From the Oklahoma newsroom, this is an OSU update with John Helsley. I'm Jenny Carlson. John, the Cowboys head to Kansas City for the Big 12 tournament, and Thursday is their opener against OU, a very familiar opponent, obviously, a team that they've lost to twice this season. But let's talk a little bit about NCAA, first of all. Where do these guys stand right now, and how could this weekend play into where they might fall come Selection Sunday?
You know, Jenny, there's some different takes on where the Cowboys stand. Joe Lenardi of ESPN, who's sort of the most popular of the bunch, has them at 11 as an 11 seed and on the bubble, one of the last 4 teams to get a bye, which is a little scary territory. Most of the other people have them safely in, and the numbers support that. They have 6 top 50 wins this year. 3 of those are top 10 RPI wins. And so, you know, if you go back through history, teams with resumes like that always get in. They're from a power conference, the #1 RPI conference. So those things all set up very well for the Cowboys.
Well, it looks to me like right now the Big 12 is probably going to get at least 7, and maybe they might sneak in an 8th, and that has to bode pretty well for the Cowboys too, regardless of what happens this weekend, right?
Absolutely. And, you know, one of the other teams that's sort of considered a bubble team is Texas. Oklahoma State swept Texas during the regular season, so I think there's a lot of things that really add up in their favor.
Okay, so we're saying all this, but some wins this weekend would do the Cowboys wonders. Let's talk about this matchup against OU for starters. It's a loss the 2 times they played this regular season, but how could they swing this? How could they win this time around?
Well, they're going to have to play better defense. You know, in both the games, second half defense, especially in the second game, was what, you know, sort of was their Oklahoma State's undoing. You know, they were ahead against Oklahoma in Gallagher-Iba. Were playing pretty well, and then just couldn't get any stops down the stretch. It's a really difficult matchup for OSU, probably the most difficult matchup in the Big 12 because of Oklahoma's combination of size and then, you know, the guard play with Buddy Hield and Isaiah Cousins. Very difficult for Oklahoma State to defend them.
Well, they always say it's hard to beat a team 3 times. You think that plays into any of this?
Well, I think that's the hope for OSU fans this week. You know, it's a game in Kansas City. Oklahoma State's played there once this year, played Missouri up there, and it was very much a road crowd feel to that game. So there's a little bit of familiarity there, even for guys maybe that had never played there before. They have a lot of new guys on this team. They have played there this year. Maybe that helps them a little bit. I think they can play loose and just really need to focus on a 40-minute game.
All right, thanks, John. Be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoma.